It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Have you found your new favorite feature on the iHeartRadio app yet?
I have this go-to playlist. Boom, made it a preset.
It's like the only app you need.
The #1 radio app.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio. First, you made Dan Patrick the most listened to morning sports talk.
Good for Dan. I root for everybody.
And now you lovingly embrace Colin Cowherd.
Good God.
Sanchez rockets one out to right center. He admires his work, and he leaves the yard.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
Pitch to Connor Norby, ripped on the ground. That's a fair ball in the third base line. That got all the way into the corner. First pitch to Matt Mervis, left on left. He drills out to right and deep, and Mervis, 93 center cut, and Mervis did not miss it.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
Nice job, Julian. Welcome. Live from beautiful Miami, Florida, inside Lone Depot Park on a Friday night in the Magic City. The roof is open, 78 degrees. And let me tell you, if the roof was closed, the vibes would smash through it. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio. You could not have written a better script for how to send the Marlins faithful home happy on opening day in 2025. Kyle Stowers collected his first career walk-off hit to lift the Marlins to a 5-4 victory. Tonight, we bring you Game 2 of a 4-game set between the 0-1 Pittsburgh Pirates and your 1-0 Miami Marlins. A familiar face starts tonight for the Buccos. Mitch Keller, who started on opening day right here in Miami in 2024, 28-year-old right-hander in Season 7 with Pittsburgh. Keller will go opposite 27-year-old right-hander Connor Gillespie, who was rewarded after a strong spring. He'll make his first start ever here in the show. It all starts at 7:10 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. What's going on, everyone? Welcome into Marlins on Deck. Thanks for making us a part of your Friday night with four-time World Series champion Jeff Nelson and Jack McMullen. I'm Steven Strom. Let's get to our lineup for the show. A first of many firsts in a historic day yesterday. We'll get into that in a little bit. Clayton McCullough, we got some sound on him. His first win as a manager. We'll get you ahead of the count with Connor Gillespie and Mitch Keller. Jack will join me for some back and forth, plus our Expo question. Tough start to Steve's Guarantees. I understand. We'll bounce back here tonight. So I mentioned plenty of firsts yesterday. First traditional opening day victory for the Marlins since 2014. First walk-off of the 2025 season, and the first Marlins walk-off ever on opening day in franchise history, and the first ever walk-off for Kyle Stowers, who played the role of hero yesterday afternoon.
Runners at second and third, nobody out. In the 0-2, Stowers rips down the right field line. That gets in, and the ball game is over. Kyle Stowers with a line shot down the right field line, and it's a walk-off winner for the Fish on opening day.
That was Jack McMullen. What a start for him. First game, first walk-off, first career walk-off for Kyle Stowers, and a much-needed confidence boost early on for this team. We had discussed at length the start to the season, losing 4 straight to Pittsburgh, losing 3 to the Los Angeles Angels. The Marlins needed to feel good early on in this season, and Kyle Stowers, someone who came over from Baltimore, and let's be honest, he struggled in the beginning at a 35% K rate, 61 strikeouts in 50 games, 186 batting average with 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. To see Kyle Stowers come up in that moment, particularly on the pitch too. Kyle Stowers has really struggled with that fastball up in the zone. Bednar came at him, 0-2 count, and Stowers rips it down the right field line to give the Marlins, again, their first win on opening day traditionally since 2014, and the first ever walk-off in franchise history on opening day. We've got a ton of ground to cover. Let's hear from Clayton McCullough, who will be up next. His first managerial win. Good stuff on that front. We got an action-packed show. Always easy and always much more entertaining when you come off a victory for a pregame show. 7:10 first pitch right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Batter unleash. First pitch. Mervis takes upstairs, that pops off the catcher Bart's glove, and everybody up 90 feet, including Xavier Edwards, who comes in to score. For these violent swingers. 1-2. Otto lines one into right center. That's in for a base hit. Stowers around third. He will score no problem. Cruz's throw is coming home. It was on the fly there, and the throw to second is late to try and get Lopez, but he's in there. Pitch from Holderman. That one lined up the gut. That's in for a base hit. Otto around third. He's coming home. Cruz has no throw this time, and Dane Myers with an RBI single ties this game at 4 in the 8th. Second and third, nobody out. In the 0-2, Stowers rips down the right field line. That gets in, and the ball game is over. Kyle Stowers with a line shot down the right field line, and it's a walk-off winner for the Fish on opening day. Sanoja taps the plate. The Marlins mob Stowers in right center field. They rip off the jersey.
All right, with the hero here, or one of the heroes, Kyle Stowers. Take me through the AB.
Yeah, I just felt like runner on third, no outs, just trying to get that run in. And first two pitches kind of was babying it, just trying to be too fine with it. And so, for me, it was that last pitch was just kind of letting it go.
What a way to start opening day, huh? You get a walk-off home run, you get Sandy back. Clayton McCullough's first managerial win. What's this been like?
Yeah, huge congratulations to Clayton. First win as a manager. Awesome to get that for him out of the first game. It's just a lot of fun. A group that, maybe people don't have a ton of expectations with, but that's fun. That's great. We believe in ourselves, and that's all that matters.
How good does this feel for you personally, man? I know you came over from Baltimore. You struggled a little bit. You started to figure it out.
Or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry through the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Runners at second and third, nobody out. In the 0-2, Stowers rips down the right field line. That gets in, and the ball game is over. Kyle Stowers with a line shot down the right field line, and it's a walk-off winner for the Fish on opening day. Sanoja taps the plate. The Marlins mob Stowers in right center field. They rip off the jersey, and oh, what a way to start off the campaign. 1-0 with an exclamation point. 5-4, a walk-off winner.
That's how you start an opening day 2025. Awesome call, Jack McMullen. Awesome job, Kyle Stowers, coming up in a big spot in that ninth inning, an 0-2 count. He fires one off on Bettenard down the right field line. Marlins win their first traditional opening day win since 2014. Kyle Stowers, first ever walk-off hit. Congratulations to him. He is back in the lineup and batting second against the Pittsburgh Pirates and Mitch Keller. It'll be Connor Gillespie who makes his first career start. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and Jeff Nelson welcome into Marlins on deck on a Friday night. The roof is open, vibes immaculate. 1-0 Miami Marlins taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates, game 2 of a 4-game set. Well, we talked about the first ever opening day walk-off victory. We talked about Kyle Stowers and his first ever walk-off hit. How about Clayton McCullough getting his first ever managerial win? Let's hear what the manager, the head skipper, had to say after yesterday's emotional victory.
Hard to describe right now. I think it was probably everything and more, the way it finished. And just real proud of our group, hanging in there, always opening day with all the emotions going into it, to fall behind and fight back and tie it up late. And then to continue to put at bats together, and Nick with that triple in the ninth, and everybody it's kind of feeling it, and Stowie with a really big hit there to win it for us. So many guys contributed today. I think it's a happy clubhouse.
You mentioned that you had to change. What was I know it's just a win, but it's the first one. What did that feel like? What was that celebration for the players like for you?
It was really cool. I mean, it's probably the most memorable shower I've had in a long time there. So yeah, it was a cool moment. I really appreciate the group in there, recognizing that. But I mean, yes, I got, great for me, first win, but I think more for our group, what a really nice team effort to hang in there and get it done.
Man, so many talking points. That was Marlins manager Clayton McCullough about yesterday's victory. We talked about just the grit and the hunger that this team is going to have to possess every single game. They're obviously so unproven that they're looking at this opportunity that they have in front of them and saying, I got to perform, I got to play well, I got to play hard, and really taking on the identity of the team and the city. You know, it was a really awesome win for Miami overall. There's so many things that you can point to. Dane Myers, who struck out looking in his first AB coming off the bench, comes back in a big way, hits an off-speed pitch for a single to tie the ball game up. Otto Lopez taking first to second on an O'Neal Cruz, probably unnecessary throw all the way to home. And, you know, just a gutty victory all in all in front of an awesome crowd. And let me tell you something, the crowd yesterday, fabulous, 30,000 plus. It was loud. It was rocking. This place was awesome. And this is how baseball is supposed to be, man. Outdoors, good fans, great victory. All in all, man, I said in the open, you could not have scripted a better opening day for the Miami Marlins than what happened yesterday. Let's break here. We'll get you ahead of the count. Connor Gillespie, he is making his first ever start in the show. Mitch Keller is going opposite of him here tonight, and another individual who's making his major league debut, Liam Hicks, behind the plate. He will catch Connor Gillespie. So a lot more ahead here. It'll be a 7:10 first pitch. Marlins and Pirates, game 2 of a 4-game set right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Most part. Last year at West Virginia, he didn't play shortstop. That one hit well by Griffin Conine and deep. Koperniak back to the wall. He leaps up and it's gone. Griffin Conine, first pitch ambush. And with a high arcing 2-run shot, the Marlins have a lead in the top of the second.
It was like a crossover and have them fall over. Yeah, just like that.
Sanchez rockets one out to right center. He admires his work, and he leaves the yard. Ooh. Right center field, Jesus Sanchez, his first home run of the spring.
Oh, he crushed that ball. That ball was hit well. Backspun.
It is. Mentioned OPS just under 780. Nick Fortes drills one out to left and deep. Jose Barrero back to the track and the wall, and it's gone. Nick Fortes exits stage left. His first home run of the spring, and the Marlins bats starting to come alive in Grapefruit League play. First pitch to Matt Mervis, left on left. He drills out to right and deep, and Mervis leaves the yard for the second time this spring. 93 center cut, and Mervis did not miss it. Sousa, the left-hander, comes set. We have the 2-1. That one hit well. Out to center field and deep. Dubon back. Warning track on the wall, and it's gone. Derek Hill leaves the yard to straightaway central. 2-run blast for the Marlins center fielder. And they double their lead. 2 spot in the 6th. Makes it 7-3 Marlins. Bet it's Sousa.
In-depth interviews and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance. Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Hey, this is Kyle Stowers, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Very timely, Kyle Stowers. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night live from Lone Depot Park. This 4-game set. Awesome victory for the Marlins yesterday. A 5-4-1 courtesy of Kyle Stowers, Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and Jeff Nelson. Those two have your call at 7:10. One note that I missed on Clayton McCullough, we heard his sound in the last segment. He is one of 5, or this is the 5th time in franchise history a manager has won in his opening debut at the helm. Great note by our comms team. Clayton McCullough, one of 5, the 5th time in franchise history to open up his managerial career with a win. Congratulations to him. Okay, there's a ton of congratulations. It's going to be the theme here this year because we've got so many guys that are going to make their debut and so many first. Connor Gillespie being one of them. Let's get you ahead of the count. 27-year-old right-hander will start for the first time in the show. He's had an interesting journey this year. He was DFA'd by Atlanta in January of this year. Miami claimed him on the 28th of January. And then he really had a dominant spring. 6 appearances, 3 starts, 16 1/3. His ERA ballooned to 3.86, folks, because of that start on that last game in Port St. Lucie on Sunday. But before that, the man didn't allow a run or a hit all spring prior to that start. He has made his debut. Again, he's making his first career start, but he has made his debut out of the bullpen before. 6 appearances, or rather 3 appearances with Cleveland last year, 8 combined frames, 2-run surrender, 2.25 ERA. He mixes his stuff up, a 4-seamer, a changeup, a cutter, and a slider, but that 4-seamer is really what's going to carry him here this afternoon, or tonight rather. Expecting him maybe to go 4 or 5 innings. We'll see how aggressive Clayton McCullough is as far as the leash with Connor Gillespie. We saw Sandy go 4 2/3 yesterday. It's opening week. You got to kind of ease these guys into it. Connor Gillespie will make his first career start here tonight. Gillespie will go opposite the man that started opening day last year for Pittsburgh, Mitch Keller, 28-year-old right-hander, who will get the nod for Game 2. Had an interesting year last year. He was awesome in the first half, Keller was. He ran out of steam. He was 10-5 with a 3.2 ERA through his first starts of August, but then went 1-7 over his final 9 starts. But look, Keller, guy that posts back-to-back seasons with 30-plus starts. Last year when he faced off against Miami, went 5 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs against Miami right here. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you, a 4-seamer, a sinker, a sweeper, a cutter, a curveball, a slider, a changeup. He was brilliant in spring training. He allowed just 1 base runner with 5 strikeouts over his last start in spring training, which came, of course, last week, went 3 innings. So Mitch Keller will go opposite Connor Gillespie here tonight, and the battery mate for Connor Gillespie will be Liam Hicks, and we'll talk about him in the next segment. Jack McMullen will join me, Game 2 of this 4-game set. Let's break, and we'll have Jack on next right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Just unleash. First pitch. Mervis takes upstairs, that pops off the catcher Bart's glove, and everybody up 90 feet, including Xavier Edwards, who comes in to score. For these violent swingers. 1-2. Otto lines one into right center. That's in for a base hit. Stowers around third. He will score no problem. Cruz's throw is coming home. It was on the fly there, and the throw to second is late to try and get Lopez, but he's in there. Pitch from Holderman. That one lined up the gut. That's in for a base hit. Otto around third. He's coming home. Cruz has no throw this time. And Dane Myers with an RBI single ties this game at 4 in the 8th. Second and third, nobody out. In the 0-2. Stowers rips down the right field line. That gets in, and the ball game is over. Kyle Stowers with a line shot down the right field line, and it's a walk-off winner for the Fish on opening day. Sanoha taps the plate. The Marlins mob Stowers in right center field. They rip off the jersey.
All right, with the hero here, or one of the heroes, Kyle Stowers. Take me through the AB.
Yeah, I just felt like runner on third, no outs, just trying to get that run in. And first 2 pitches kind of was babying it, just trying to be too fine with it. And so, for me, it was that last pitch was just kind of letting it go.
What a way to start opening day, huh? You get a walk-off home run, you get Sandy back, Clayton McCullough's first managerial win. What's this been like?
Yeah, huge congratulations to Clayton. First win as a manager. Awesome to get that for him out of the first game. It's just a lot of fun. A group that, maybe people don't have a ton of expectations with, but that's fun. That's great. We believe in ourselves, and that's all that matters.
How good does this feel for you personally, man? I know you came over from Baltimore. You struggled a little bit. You started to figure it out. To have this moment this early on, what does it mean?
Yeah, it's just one day at a time. It's a great start, and we're excited to get back after it tomorrow. Fun to have moments like that. That's why we play the game, so I wanted to.
Super excited. A lot of hard work, a lot of playing in different places. It's all worth it. A lot of people here today to watch me that have helped me along the way.
All right, that was Liam Hicks, who will make his Major League debut here tonight. And a good note by Adam with our comms team. The last positional Rule 5 pick to make a debut for the Marlins was Dan Uggla. That's some big shoes to follow as we welcome in Jack McMullen. Steven Strom, Marlins on deck Friday night in the Magic City. Another gorgeous night for baseball, Game 2 of this 4-game set. Awesome win yesterday for Miami. Jack McMullen, Liam Hicks will make his first career start behind the dish. He will catch Connor Gillespie. Thoughts, I guess, on Hicks and what to expect for our fan base with a guy in Liam Hicks who is a Rule 5 pick?
Yeah, this guy's going to put bat on ball. I think that's the primary focus with Liam Hicks. This was a guy that walked more than he struck out last year in Double-A. He split the year between Double-A Frisco, the Rough Riders, which were the Rangers Double-A affiliate. He went over to the Tigers in the Andrew Chafin deal. So Chafin was acquired by Texas from the Tigers, and Liam Hicks ended up going to Detroit. So the Marlins technically purchased him from Detroit, but this guy spent the entirety of last year at the Double-A level. He did not strike out at all. Major league average strikeout percentage, like the number of plate appearances that you have versus the number of times you strike out, it's typically about 22%. Liam Hicks last year was about 11%.
Wow.
So almost half. And he is a guy that I think is learning how to catch major league starting pitchers, and he has a great opportunity with a guy that played a lot of AAA baseball as well in Connor Gillespie. But it's going to be fun to see how Liam is learning defensively. He's put in great work with Joe Singley and the catching crew. And no, it's going to be really fun to watch Liam Hicks go.
Didn't see a ton from him offensively in spring training, but the point is he doesn't strike out. He puts the ball in play. Hit 208 in spring with 3 RBIs, but of course we're looking for a little bit more offense from a guy in Liam Hicks. He'll catch Connor Gillespie. I'm glad you brought him up. Interesting story, man. He was DFA'd by Atlanta. The Marlins pounced on him on the 28th, I think, of January.
Yeah.
This is a guy that really was rewarded for his spring, combined with the arms of the Marlins, going down, and guys like Edward Cabrera and Ryan Weathers. But there's no question he earned a spot on the roster. Now he has a chance for a little audition as a starter. What do you like about Connor Gillespie?
His fastball. Do I need to elaborate? Probably a little
I
bit,
think
right?
so.
For the sake
Just
of radio, I should elaborate.
Help me out a little bit.
His fastball's really good. 8 no-hit innings to open spring training, and we saw him really kick it into high gear. We knew that he was on the team. He made that final start in the Grapefruit League against the Mets. He got roughed up a little bit, but that's okay. That was like his final tune-up. This guy was beating major league hitters in spring training with his four-seam fastball, and you say, Jack, it's only 90 to 91 miles an hour. How's he beating guys?
Right.
I'll save you the hoity-toity analytical stuff, but what I will tell you
Say
is
the B word.
Induced vertical break. It's a very verty fastball, and what that means is he gets a lot of carry. You hear about life on a four-seam fastball or carry on a four-seam fastball. It means that his fastball defies more gravity than the typical fastball that you see in Major League Baseball. So it's going to stay up. A lot of hitters now are taught, because of the way that a lot of fastballs carry in Major League Baseball, you're almost swinging a ball above where you think the baseball is actually going to be.
On top of it. Yep.
This guy is a ball and a half, 2 balls above where you actually think the baseball would end up. So he's going to get a lot of swings and misses, a lot of foul balls on that fastball, and a lot of pop-ups on the infield and into the shallow outfield areas. It's the four-seam fastball that really tells the story for Connor Gillespie. He's got a cutter, got a slider, got a changeup. But if he wins today, it's because he's winning with the four-seam fastball.
And we'll see if he can change eye levels too, Jack. I think that's going to be key with that fastball, of course, moving up in the zone.
So real quick on that, you've got that four-seam fastball. You mean changing eye levels, so top and bottom of the strike zone.
Yep.
With a fastball like that carries exceptionally well, you're going to get swings and misses at the top of the zone, but you're also going to get takes at the bottom of the zone. Guys are going to take fastballs at the knees because they think it's going to drop to about shin high, and lo and behold, it ends up knee high. So look for called strikes at the knees on the fastball and swings and misses at the letters with that fastball.
Well, you heard it. I don't have to say anything else. Good job, Jack McMullen. Jeff Nelson will join Jack in just a few minutes here, 7:10 first pitch. Thank you very much, partner. Excited for game 2, huh?
I'm so excited. It's unbelievable.
Let's get this bad boy going. Let's break here. We got Steve's guarantee, which was atrocious yesterday. But you know what? We won, so it's okay. Steve's guarantee expo question. It's all next. 7:10 first pitch, game 2 of this 4-game set. Pirates, Marlins, right here. Fox Sports 940 Marlins Radio Network.
Most part. Last year at West Virginia, he didn't play shortstop. That one hit well by Griffin Conine and deep. Koperniak back to the wall. He leaps up, and it's gone. Griffin Conine, first pitch ambush. And with a high arcing 2-run shot, the Marlins have a lead in the top of the second.
It was like a crossover and have them fall over. You know, just like that.
Sanchez rockets one out to right center. He admires his work, and he leaves the yard. Right center field, Jesus Sanchez, his first home run of the spring.
He crushed that ball. That ball was hit well. Backspun.
It is. Mentioned OPS just under 780. Nick Fortes drills one out to left and deep. Jose Barrero back to the track and the wall, and it's gone. Nick Fortes exits stage left. His first home run of the spring, and the Marlins bats starting to come alive in Grapefruit League play. First pitch to Matt Mervis, left on left. He drills out to right and deep, and Mervis leaves the yard for the second time this spring. 93 center cut, and Mervis did not miss it. Sousa, the left-hander, comes set. We have the 2-1. That one hit well out to center field and deep. Dubon back, warning track on the wall, and it's gone. Derek Hill leaves the yard to straightaway central. 2-run blast for the Marlins center fielder, and they double their lead. 2 spot in the 6th.
Sports with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Back here at Lone Depot Park on a Friday night, game 2 of this 4-game set. Connor Gillespie will make his first career start. He will go opposite Mitch Keller, Pirates, Marlins. Steven Strom, host of the program here. Thanks for hanging out with us, Jack McMullen and Jeff Nelson. Those two have your call. It's going to be a 7:10 first pitch right here on the Marlins Radio Network. And Julian asks, he shall receive a station ID. This is the Marlins Radio Network.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCA in Miami, WMIB-FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
All right, let's see if we can stump you here. Live again from Lone Depot Park, game 2 of this 4-game set. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and Jeff Nelson. At Marlins Radio, our X-Poll question of today. The theme, of course, was Kyle Stowers, who had his first career walk-off hit. How about this? Can you tell me the first walk-off hit in club history? It happened 31 years ago. Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. Who was the first Marlin in club history to collect a walk-off hit? At Marlins Radio. It's time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up. Let's play some ball. First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
Tough one, and I have accountability tattooed on my forehead. I don't actually, but yesterday, tough one. Griffin Conine to hit a home run, and Sandy Alcantara quality start. Neither happened, but both will happen eventually. That's my defense. Tonight, I like Xavier Edwards, who is at the top of the lineup. He didn't record a hit yesterday. I like him to have 2+ today against Mitch Keller. Xavier Edwards, of course, was phenomenal last season, but particularly against righties. He hit .341. Mitch Keller, of course, being a right-hander. I like Xavier Edwards to collect 2 hits here tonight. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen, he paints the picture. Jeff Nelson, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball is next. This is the Marlins Radio Network.